Hey everyone, and welcome to another installment of Tom's World. We are once again over by Tyler State Park here in Fisherman's Lot, and we're going to be checking out something new, an old root cellar that still exists from an old house that has been long since gone, and it was belonging to the namesake of the park, I believe. Anyway, we'll get into that as we walk along. Let's go check this out. So yeah, I say this is the third time that we are here. This is my third video where I've parked in this parking lot. The last time I was here, we were going behind that spring garden mill right there to look at what was left of an old covered bridge. And then we came back and we went down that trail down there to go see the dam, which is why I was here the first time. This time, we're gonna go down this trail, and we're actually going to go into the park. So this part of the path is all just dirt and grass, but it does turn into asphalt up here, I believe. And we're gonna be making a right once we get up here. And the place that I've been looking into, and I've actually had this on my radar for quite a while, I just didn't know exactly where it was until today. So what this is, as far as I can tell, the namesake of Tyler State Park, George Tyler, had actually lived on the premises here. Now the house he ended up in, the mansion, still exists, and it's not too far from here, and it is now, I think, part of Bucks County Community College. Either that or it's the office for the park. And at some point I will go check that out as well. However, for now, we're going to check out the little farmhouse that they lived in while the mansion was being constructed. Now this one is a little bit of a walk, but thanks to the technology of editing, you won't have to see the whole walk. But I'm gonna have to take it. And as you see here, there are many fields throughout the entire park, some of which may have had things on them at some point. You can even see one through the trees here. But most of them have not had anything on there, to my knowledge. But this is a beautiful place. And there are many private residences in the park property, and they were just grandfathered in from a long, long time ago. So here's the end of that one field I was just showing you, and now you can see an entrance to the other one here. Local houses on the other side of it. But yeah, this is a different experience for me. I mean, I've been to Tyler State Park multiple times, mostly for work, but not for pleasure too much, except for the couple videos I did around here. And I know it's a huge park. I think it's over 1,700 acres, which is a far cry from how small Neshaminy State Park is. But nevertheless, this park is beautiful. Okay, so now I got my bearings. I'm on the right path, and I know I'm on the right path because I can already see what I have come to see. And, well, it may not be accessible. Now, I had talked to someone in recent times that mentioned that they did put bars on this so people could not get down there, but then I was told they were ripped off. And now from here it very much looks like there is still a gate on there, but we could still go up and check it out. So if this is indeed from George Tyler's house, or the farmhouse that they lived in while their mansion, which I believe is off that way, was being made over the course of 10 years, then this is pretty cool. I mean, that would mean this dates back to, well, when they moved in there, it was just after World War I, and the farmhouse had already been established. But yes, there's definitely a gate on there, but we're still gonna go check it out. So I saw this sign just before I went into the little trail here. Apparently it's a meadow restoration project. Habitat for monarch butterflies and pollinator species. So, I mean, it's always cool when parks do stuff like this. We have a few things that we do in regards to that over at Neshaminy State Park. One of which is they put a couple of bat houses in a random field. I've seen some go in and out of there, but not really too many. But I guess you don't really see them in the daytime too much. There's a little sign on here. Now, when I first saw this, I think it was the first time I saw it, It was through another YouTube channel called Bucks County Places. A guy named Mike Cipher, I believe is his name. Just remembering off the top of my head, me and Mike just became friends today. So, but there was a mound of dirt right here that he had to go down. So they've gotten rid of the mound. Oh, the gate is open. So this plaque just says Molly R. Shar, Eagle Scout Project, Troop 99, Newtown, PA, September 2023. But yeah, this is definitely open. And there are no signs saying that I can't go down. I mean, I'm a little apprehensive of doing so because, I mean, while there is no signs around here, I mean, it is definitely a gate. But let's take a look at the back end of this thing. Hey, not much to it, really, huh? And I believe from where we are, the farm was out this way, or the farmhouse, I should say, was out this way. Although you would think something like this, they'd want it at the back of their house. But we have no idea, or at least I have no idea, the way the roads were around here. And I'm sure the roads and the landscape are quite a bit different than they were at one time, back when the farmhouse was here. But maybe just beyond this was the back of the farmhouse, because I can't, with the lay of the land the way it is, I can't imagine that they'd have had it here on a hill. Again, unless these roads weren't here and the land was wider. I was only able to go back to like the 1950s in the historic aerials. Sometimes they go back to the 40s, but for this particular area, only went back to the late 50s. But, I mean, this is still, it's pretty beautiful here, I gotta say. I mean, there's a lot more foot traffic going through here than I would have thought. But it's still very peaceful. Okay, door is open. Very low clearance here. And my flashlight, does a little bit. I don't see any movement down there. Let's see. Maybe I can, there we go. Get my camera straight first. But maybe I could situate myself so I could just scooch down on my butt. Let me get myself set up here. Alright, so I am down as low as I can get without sliding down. And you can see there's not really much to this. It's just a root cellar. But it does have some historical value. I mean, it's the namesake of Tyler State Park. He lived here, and this was his root cellar. Just a lot of trash and debris and stuff down there right now. But this is still a really, really cool experience. And there it was, the infamous root cellar at Tyler State Park. So from here, we're just going to go down this trail here, make a couple turns, and we're going to wind up over at the Tyler State Park Boathouse, which houses a company that does kayak renting and paddleboard boat renting and all kinds of stuff like that. And I figured, you know, I got the time. It's not that much of a walk. Why not? Let's go check this out, because this place looks pretty cool. And I know I use that word a lot, cool. But I mean, it just describes so many things. But this place was made sometime between, I think it was sometime between 1968 and 1971. There was a jump in the timeline of the historic aerials that I was looking at between those years, and that's when this appeared. So it was either like 69, 70, somewhere in there. But I think it's a really neat layout, and as an extra added bonus, we get to see another waterfall on the Chamonix Creek. I mean, it's not a big waterfall, don't get me wrong, it's not like anything amazing, but still, it's another waterfall on the Chamonix Creek. I will tell you though that the gnats and the mosquitoes in here are relentless. They've been following me ever since I left the root cellar. Or at least they're either that or they're just everywhere around, which is probably more likely the case, but I just can't get away from them. It's strange too, as you walk through Sometimes your eyes play tricks on you and you think you see a structure, or what's left of a structure, then it turns out to just be a tree. I've found that to be the case a lot when I'm just wandering through woods and seeing what's in there. I'm not very familiar with Tyler State Park, as I mentioned, so I never know where I'm going to come across something, because I do know that there are some things in here. There's somewhere along the Neshaminy Creek, don't know where. I could ask my reporter friend who did the article with me in it last November, Mr. Laveau. I could ask him where they are, because I do know he knows where they are. He did an article mentioning them with a picture of him by them. But it's old ruins of a, as if there's a such thing as new ruins. It's ruins of like an old colonial log cabin that had like a stone base. But someday I'll get there. Still winding my way through these trails. Still on my way to the boathouse. Haven't come across anybody in a little while, so that's a good thing. I mean, not that I mind coming across people, but you know, the solitude of it all when you're walking through a wooded area. That's what gets me. That's what I like. All right, we are super close now. I know because I was looking at the street views from Google Maps, and I know this little bridge here, once we cross it and we go around that bend, we'll be able to see everything. Pretty cool though what this bridge crosses over. I'm guessing this is all just overflow. All right, and there is a yellow jacket flying around my gimbal and now my ear, and I'm hoping he goes away. I'm just walking. He just went in front of me. He's still flying around me. I just got stung by one of these the other day. I do not want to recreate that. And I know that generally they will get bored with you if you just keep walking, not run. If you run, they will chase you. Okay, I think he's gone. Well, so here we are. As you can see, it is pretty cool down here. They have this whole cemented area with rocks in it and stuff like that. You got people swimming, people fishing, people having a good time everywhere. And here's the bridge I was talking about. And you can see from the side of it, which I guess this is another little launch. They have them on both sides for the kayaks. But you can see underneath, it's got holes for the water to flow through freely. And then down here, you have the falls I was talking about. Like I said, not monumental, not huge, but it's another waterfall on the Neshaminy Creek. So even though there are people on the falls, we're going to take a look at it from the side. It says, danger, dam. Stay back 100 feet from boil. No boating, no swimming, no wading. But apparently, not everybody listens to that, which, I mean, hey, as long as they're safe, right? But here's the falls. And you can see the bridge from over here. Very nice little place here. Hang out with the family and everything. Far less hectic than it is at Neshaminy State Park right now, I can bet you that. But they don't have a pool here, so that might be the factor. Plus here, I don't think they make a habit of putting trash cans around. It's like carry in, carry out kind of thing. Alright, so we're going to make our way back out of here. Somewhat of the way we came in, but then I'm going to take a different road back. One that's a little less windy. Just so we can see something different. Alright, so here we are at that little bridge that we came into that area from. And we did come from that way. Now we're going to go this way. Because why not? It looked like more of a straight through walk. As I see a curve up here. But it looked like more of a straight through walk than the other way. So, and maybe we'll see something cool along the way. Well, this is definitely more uphill. I mean, I think the other trail was a bit more level, but yeah, this is an incline. And if you can't hear it, yes, I'm out of breath because I am not the most in shape man in the world, and it is very humid and hot. There's a nice cool breeze right now though, so I'm enjoying that. So you will notice up there, this is just a trail that goes off to the side, that there's a lot of corn up there. That is something that they do a lot of here at Tyler. I'm not sure if they grow it for themselves or if they rent out the land for people to grow on, but there is a lot of it. And fun fact, in these cornfields somewhere in this park is where they filmed the movie Signs with Mel Gibson. The M. Night Shyamalan movie was done in some of these cornfields here. Crazy, right? Still a bit of a long road ahead of us. And big surprise, we still got corn. I mean, the fields of corn here are immense. There was only one place that I could have went up to show you. This is the end of the cornfield here, or this one. There was only one place I could have went up to show you, and there was some dude hanging out there. I didn't want to disturb him, so I just went back down. But at this point, I know we're close to that root cellar again, because I could see where the two roads converge into one up here. So I know we're close. Whew. I mean, I don't know how long this video is going to be, but man, this was a lot of walking. You only got to see a mere fraction of it. And I know for some people this isn't a lot of walking, but for me it is, especially wearing my work boots, because I didn't know if I was going to go in the wooded areas. I didn't know how it was going to be around the root cellar, and I didn't want to just wear sneakers. But still, well worth it. I do like this park. And there it is, root cellar. For the most part where we started. Well, I mean, technically we started in Fisherman's Lot, but there it is. Now, if I'd have known that I could definitely get up from going down there, I would have went down there. There's an awful lot of gnats down there, which I don't know if that came through in the video or something, some kind of little bugs flying all around in there. But I mean, I got to see some of it. You know, I slid down a little bit, and I think it was a neat adventure. And what comes to mind also is another thing that I was told by somebody who knows what they're talking about. The dam that we're not too far from, the little dam / waterfall thing that I did a video on, and then I showcased it also in the video of the covered bridge that's gone, all right in this area. It would seem that dam, well, its days are numbered. They're going to destroy it and make it just like a straight stretch on the creek, because something to do with the water flow, or something to do with the fish system in there, the ecosystem of the fish, something like that. They have to take it down. And the dam, it's just pretty old. I mean, it definitely goes back to 1950 something that I was able to see in the historic aerials. And it probably goes back way further than that. I mean, it could be that George Tyler had that put in, because he did buy up a lot of the land around here. From here, at least from here, all the way down to where the mansion is. But man, you know, it just always sucks when something from history is going to go away. There's a little stream coming off of the creek. It's nice. A little picnic table here, I guess, for people to just rest at and stuff. So just had to stop and take a break. Sat on a bench for a little bit, let the air cool me down. My hat is drenched in sweat. And you know, I had to call Tommy, make plans for tomorrow. He's got a friend of his in town, so should be fun. Anyway, yeah, we're almost back to Fisherman's Lot. So I want to say thank you for coming along on yet another adventure. If anybody has any further information about the root cellar, about the boathouse, or if you just want to share some memories you have over at that area, please feel free to do so. Put it in the comments. And yeah, it was definitely an interesting adventure. So if this is your first time here, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. Once you do that, hit the notification bell. That way you'll be sure to be notified when I upload new videos or when I go live, which is usually once a week, Mondays around 7-ish, 7:30-ish Eastern time. And we can hang out, talk. Maybe you can make suggestions for new places for me to check out. And, you know, whatever happens, happens. Do make sure also that you click the link in my description for my merch shop. My merch shop has plenty of stuff to look at and choose from. Everything is cheap. You know, it's not cheap in quality, but cheap in price. I've been told by everybody who has received things from the merch shop that they're of good quality. So, and I know the hat is, because I've been wearing that for quite some time. Even though I drenched it in sweat today. But anyway, I'm going to get out of here. I will see you all on the next one. Make sure you stay safe, stay healthy, and take care.